Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a game for you in the Vampire 2, the tier 10 DD, and driven today by my clanmate Klaus Kinky. It's an entertaining watch, so buckle up, strap yourselves in, get yourselves a cup of tea or a beer or a glass of wine or whatever you like to drink, and we'll get on with it. So cue the history lesson. Vampire 2 was the third Australian-built Daring-class destroyer commissioned by the Royal Australian Navy. Launched on the 27th of October 1956, this HMAS Vampire added the Malaysia 1964-66 battle honours to those of its namesake. Among its many tasking through its 27 years of service were escort duties during the Vietnam War. HMAS Vampire 2 was decommissioned on the 13th of August 1986 and is today preserved as a museum ship at the Australian National Museum in Sydney. So, a daring class destroyer with a twist in the game. It has a crawling smoke that lasts quite a long time actually. It's a pretty decent crawling smoke, and you can do quite a bit of damage if you get chance within the time of the smoke screen and stay completely concealed. It gets one less set of torpedoes than Daring, but its torpedo range is slightly increased to 12 kilometers, and I prefer to play it as a gunboat primarily, and you can do some amazing HE damage in this thing. Just burn stuff down. But Klaus is going to show us the way of the torpedo in this game, and it's quite amusing, to be honest. So we're fairly close to a Des Moines here. He seems to be wanting to push up a little bit. Regolo there on his flank. Klaus activates the smoke screen and starts shooting the Des Moines. Reload on this ship is excellent. As you can see, he's already got himself a fire on Des Moines. Hydro's activated to mitigate any incoming torpedoes, but he's got himself into a nice position here, to be honest, behind the island, which is great. So you can just shoot the Des Moines. Des Moines reversing, trying to get out of line of fire there. It has to be said, the Duncan is helping considerably here. And he's probably going to charge into his death against a Musashi. There's a Regolo down there as well. And we've got another battleship in the middle coming across to defend. They're keeping up the sustained fire. Another fire on Des Moines. It's lovely. And yes, the Des Moines definitely found himself out of place there. He didn't get himself into a decent position early game, which you really need to do when you're playing Des Moines, as you all know. If you don't, you're gonna get Klaus Kinky. And that's his first kill, which is great. Malta's interested, and we all love the Malta, don't we, when we're playing our DDs. So he's going to reverse and see if he can get some fish out on the main. That's pushing right through the middle. He's on a mission, clearly. Regolo's probably a little bit more of a concern, to be honest. But he's staying back. Klaus is going to shoot the main. See if we can get some more fires. Main's completely ignoring him. I wish they did this when I was playing. They never ignore me. But as we see, the DD's quite interested, and we don't want to get shot by that sap. So Klaus is doing the right thing. He's bugging out. Fortunately, the torpedoes just fall behind the main. Got a smoke screen available again in a minute. Hydro in less than 20 seconds. So it looks like the enemy have got control of the map essentially. I mean, they're driving straight into the middle. They've got control of Alpha Cap. Nobody's interested in going into Bravo Cap. Well, I think there's 2 ships in there that died earlier. So that is a problem. And the Malta's obviously been causing absolute havoc. So there is that. Main took a bit of damage there, where he did his gamer turn. And I think he's decided against pushing straight up the middle of the map. In fact, he's going to turn around, isn't he? So Klaus is going to get some single launch fish out. Like I said, just half the torpedoes that the Daring's got in the ship. Rigolo's pushing in. He's looking keen. So we'll set the smoke screen going. We've got the hydro up, and we're going to shoot the Rigolo. I think the main's going to eat those fish. Yeah, very nice. Very good fish on the main though. And he goes down. Rigolo is still pushing in his smoke, but now he's detected, so what's he going to do? He's going to blind fire. Sent his fish. They're real slow though, so it shouldn't be a problem avoiding those. And Klaus can just move out of the way in the crawling smoke. And then slow down again to re-engage Rigolo. Very nicely done for his second kill. So already 107,000 damage on the board, which is very good. 2 kills. Quite an exciting little sequence was that. The Rigolo is a problem. I mean, the sap hits like a truck, and you can see that Klaus he's lost quite a bit of health there. He's under 10k. But now the map has opened up somewhat, and Klaus can now push down into the Delta Cap. And we've got a camping Musashi. So it'd be interesting to see what the Musashi does. He's fired his guns, revealed his position. He's going forward again. But very slowly. He's doing quarter speed. So Klaus sends out all his fish in single launch. And he's going to flank around into the island to afford himself a little bit of cover. Now, all will be well here as long as that yeah, is the Malta coming back? No, maybe not. Those fish are looking nice. Yes. That's 5 fish into Musashi. He's now detected. The low part of that island does not offer any protection, any concealment rather. So he'll shoot his guns at the Musashi. The Musashi just doesn't know what just hit him, I don't think. And unfortunately somebody else took the kill. That was definitely Klaus's kill there, I would suggest. So now we can have a look at the Malta, can't we? So he's positioned himself behind the next island.
All stations, proceed to capture that area. All stations, proceed to capture that area.
Team still seem to be struggling somewhat. I'm surprised nobody's actually tried to drive into the Bravo cap at this point. No idea why. I think another cruiser went in there, but obviously didn't survive. Maybe the submarine will get in there. 2 battleships backing Klaus up here on the left flank. And the Sky Pig needs to go down, doesn't it? And I think Klaus is absolutely determined to kill this thing. I would be if I was in his position. You've got to get rid of the CV for your team if you can. If you get the opportunity. I mean, I'm not saying he should drive towards CV's position, known position, at the beginning of the game. Absolutely not. What you need to do is take your opportunities where you find them. And here we find them. So opening up with the guns. He's hitting the flat top, so he's not doing any damage. If you look, that's 18 non-penetrations. But he has got a fire. But as you know, fires on CVs last approximately a second, so they don't do any damage. But he's got fish out. And now he's shooting at the bow. He's still not doing any damage because, you know, why not? 4 torpedo hits, lovely. Still not doing any penetrating damage to this thing. So he switches to the AP, and here we go. Starting to do some damage. Fantastic. There we go. That's how we deal with the Malta, isn't it? Torp it and hit it with AP in its side. Or you can target the superstructure with HE, but the superstructure on aircraft carriers is obviously quite a tiny target depending on your range. So yeah, great kill. So Klaus is now going to go back to the decap. Over 200,000 damage now. And he's definitely made a difference in this game. Absolutely. Really good showing in the Vampire. So in the cap, 10 seconds to capture. And I think this game is almost done. Cap circle taken. That'll do very nicely. And there's only a sub left on the enemy team. So we just need to see him go down.
Engine boost deactivated.
Oh, there we go. A lovely win in the Vampire 2 with Klaus at the helm. Very nice. 207,000 damage, 294 target hits with the main battery, 13 torpedo hits, 3 destroyed, $2,521 base XP for Klaus. In the main, 2860, that's an unusual game, very good. Stalingrad also, and the Gato, the sub. 2521's very good. And quite unusual to see 3 people above him, to be honest. I would think. Oh no. And yeah, got the Malta, 60k. Torpedoes and guns. AP worked nicely on its broadside. It was fine. Rigolo got 65 main battery hits. Des Moines got 103 main battery hits. The Maine took 4 torpedoes. And the Musashi also took torpedoes, 5 of them. So yeah, it was a good outing in the Vampire 2 for Klaus though. GG Klaus, absolutely great. Vampire 2 remains one of my favourite DDs in the game. Had a couple of decent games in it today. And as always guys, thanks ever so much for watching, really appreciate it, and I'll catch you again soon. Alright, bye bye.